You would help the council to make good decisions. We pray that you would watch over our people. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Consent agenda. No?
Approved minutes for special meeting December 30th, 2009. Annual tree board allocation of $500. Appropriation ordinance 010609 in the amount of $51,485.12. And approve appropriation ordinance 010609. I just read that. Okay. Resolution 739 authorizing KMEA mutual aid program renewal.
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say no. Is there any citizen comments this evening? No citizen comments. Administration, John is on this evening, but I don't think she had anything. Okay. Administration, Mel?
At the last meeting, I made contact with Ned Marks, who Bobby Steinmetz had mentioned about using as a consultant on our nitrate issues with our wells, and visited with him, and he thought he could, help us out. I did do some background checking on him, and where he's done some work. They're very pleased with his work. He could come in and do some work for us, starting out at $800 and a maximum of $1,500 to do a preliminary study for us on our situation, and then we could go from there. But that's won't exceed $1,500, but a minimum of $800. He seemed very knowledgeable, so I wouldn't have a problem with using him at all. So.
Okay, sounds good.
That's within my spending limit, but if you guys want to make a motion, that's fine too, so whatever you want to do. I brought it up, so you guys didn't know.
We need a motion?
No, we didn't.
I think so.
No, it's good.
I think it's something we ought to pursue.
Right, definitely.
Good. The other thing I had was, you brought up about natural gas at the power plant, maybe getting it ready to go back on dual fuel. I checked with the gas company, and the meter charge would be $23.35 a month, and then of course any gas we would buy at that time, plus transportation fee, just like anyone would do at their house. And I had Fred Wright do a calculation on that. Had we had some natural gas available to us at that time, what the price, he said at that time would have been a savings of about $9,000. But we're looking at, I did recheck my notes. I said 10,000, but that was the top of what that our PG&E would charge probably to get the OP, so we could go on natural gas. And he said 5 to 10 is what I had written down. So the thing that we need to look at too, and John and I talked about this, is that if it would take the 10,000, that'd really put a pretty hard hit on the power plant repair budget. I mean, we can do it, but it might be, if something else came up, it might.
We wouldn't have the money.
Well, I mean, the water and light fund can absorb quite a bit, but that's just one concern that we talked about. So we could we can pursue it, or we can wait until budget time this coming year and allow for, if we want to do that for next year, The other thing too is diesel's down right now. We could buy another transport load of diesel. I checked it yesterday, and it's $1.71 is what we can buy it for. So that's a good hedge against, once we get it in there to, if we would get hit with a storm or something like that, which I hope we don't, but I mean, it would be a good hedge against that. So we got loaded in last fall. This is, like $1.20 cheaper, but nobody knew at that time it was starting to go down. Was it going to keep going down? Nobody could tell me. So, but anyway, so if we want to get another transport load, we could do that.
We have room for full load.
Yeah. whatever you guys want to do, if you want to wait until we got full council to make a decision. I just want to report what I have, but I think prices are starting to kind of go back up a little bit. I don't know how. So if we're leaning that way, that we might want to get another road, then we'll just go ahead and do it and be done with it, so.
Well, I personally think we should.
As long as it won't leak out again.
So, if you want to do that.
Do you have any motion for that, Becky? Could I have someone make a motion for that, please?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say no.
Okay. What, do you want to just wait until we got full council to do anything else on the rest of this, or just wait, see? Okay, that's all I really had. If someone has something for me.
Any questions for Mel this evening? Thank you, Mel.
Okay.
Fire Department, Leonard.
Yeah, Mel, do you have any more copies of that color code, like the one you gave me?
Yeah.
Did you run me off a copy?
Okay.
I think I set it on the table and everybody got in a hurry cleaning off over the holidays, and I haven't been able to locate it.
All right. I can do that.
I did get a chainsaw purchased. I haven't picked it up yet because we got the good blade for it, and it's at Napa, and I need to get up there and make sure they've got it in. Because the other day I called, or John called too, and the saw was supposed to come that day, but I want to make sure that chain and everything was with it.
Okay.
Because I priced it out two different ways, and the one way we was going to have to buy the gear and the bar and everything on a different chainsaw, and by this other saw we didn't have to spin that, so it was cheaper buying this other saw and with the chain than it was the one way we was trying to go. So that's all I need to do is just get up there and get it picked up, and then John she faxed them, and I think they worked back and forth on, everything on getting it done up right.
Okay.
Well, we saw the voucher last week, didn't we?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Is there any question for Leonard? Thanks, Leonard.
Thank you.
Police Department, Sunny isn't here. Adam, you guys have anything?
Nope.
Car's working fine?
Yes, sir.
Is there any questions for Adam? Thank you, Adam. Legal, Don?
I noticed you wanted me to draft an ordinance, but I really don't know what you want in the ordinance. You want to tell me as a council what kind of directions you want to have for this issue on the meter deposit? I mean, did you guys make any decisions, or you still want to think about that? I mean, technically, if you read the ordinance or read the state statute, it says no more than 3 months deposit, but that's kind of, I guess I need a little direction on how you want to have not to exceed a certain amount with a flat rate, or, I have no idea what you had in mind or what you want to do. Did anybody think about it, or you want to
John,
wait
I
for full
had
council?
the copy of the statute,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess we just thought that, we talked a little bit about it, but I thought our ordinance was going to just kind of mirror that language, that it would be.
I mean, we can mirror the language, but I don't know if did you want to stay is there a fee, or you want to just, that's kind of a nebulous amount, and if you go by, somebody lives in one house, and then another person lives in a house, they're gonna have different utilities, but the only way you're really not gonna know what the house itself has for utilities is what you've had historically from that house, so, that may not, 3 months of bills for one person is not gonna be the same as 3 months bills for another person, and whoever wrote that
We
statute is
discussed
crazy.
that, but we also discussed as to whether we could choose the 3 months we averaged. Jim said that we couldn't, we had to take all 12 months and average them. you know, the example was if you use, you know, July, August, and September.
Yeah.
But John had an example where actually averaging the 12 months was higher than,
It was higher than 250.
yeah. So, you know, I guess we were just kind of looking maybe more guidance on that, right?
I don't have, it's as obtuse as whoever wrote it in the first place. I had no idea who wrote it.
It seems to me like it's gonna be very time consuming for them.
Well, yeah,
I
and
mean,
that's why,
it's ridiculous.
at least the 250 was a round number, and it really wasn't that probably far out of date for a lot of houses in town are gonna average 250 over 3 months, quite frankly, even
What-
for smaller.
What part of the ordinance wasn't we in compliance with?
The three.
The amount,
The amount?
yeah.
The
The
amount.
Saying it's too high?
Yeah,
Well, because
some,
we had
some,
set- we
it
set
might be high in
set.
certain circumstances,
Yeah.
yes, but in,
Our amount was set, and it was exceeding
Yeah, flat rate.
what it would be. I guess, you know, the other thing was just, we didn't really talk about a fee, but it did say, you know, and some of the examples she had, they did have an additional fee on top of that, but I don't know
It didn't look
if
to
that's
me,
necessary, but.
didn't look to me like we was that far off of the fees that was on that she called her in.
right,
Well, yeah, her examples were totally different than the ones Terry cited when he
right.
Right.
discussed it with us, so I'm not sure where he found all his low ones, but. So,
well, as long as I have some direction
Right.
from you guys, I mean, I'm not sure what your crap, so if you wanna think about another 2 weeks and let me know in 2 weeks what you wanna do, that'd be fine. I don't,
We're kind of puzzled by what does it mean, the
well,
state
I'm,
statute, that's,
I think I'm as puzzled as you are.
do you think the league could help us, or?
Nah, they're the ones that call it our attention, so I don't think they have any.
they're just gonna give you the statute.
They're gonna give you the statute and,
Well, how do you know if you're in compliance with it? It's just-
Well, it's just crazy because a house could sit vacant for 12 months.
yeah, yeah, well,
And
no.
the history, you know, depending on what the rate was, I mean, I don't know, who lived in it.
I know.
I mean, I can
What-
use my own house as an example now, I don't have
Yeah.
much on in my house.
Right.
And, I probably have a very low bill for the last year, but, you know, when I was living there, it's probably gonna be substantially higher, so I don't know how you.
Do you have them? Well, even if we set just a set fee,
It's
You
not
know-
gonna do it.
We can't do that, can we?
we can't set it, just set a fee?
Well, I
so
think you
get
could probably, I don't,
$25 or
you know, I don't know that, is there any place in town that's gonna average $50 a month? I mean, so if you had a base of 150, no less than 150 is what I'm thinking. Because I think even the smallest bill is gonna be about 40 or $50 a month.
Just the trash alone.
Just to, you figure trash.
I was
Exactly.
complaining about that being a part of it, you know?
Well, and then I didn't, of course, that's another thing, I didn't understand him taking it to the dump. You can't, I mean,
No.
you can't. You get
Well,
charged,
you get charged.
yeah. But,
You're supposed to.
I don't know, I was gonna say 200.
Well, I mean, just going through those bills there, I mean, the average is, who knows?
Do you see any that are only 80 or 90?
Well, there are some that are like 27, but they're probably vacant.
Abandoned or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so, yeah, probably minimal. Probably keep the lights on and keep the
Right.
furnace going.
What I don't like is that if we don't have some kind of definition that meets the state standard, somebody.
Well, yeah, I'm just trying to
Yeah.
find a minimum charge that you would charge, and then it can be written as a minimum but if you can have an average of the smallest home in St. John, and figure that in 3 months, and that'd be your minimum.
Well, I would say we have a minimum charge. All you gotta do is show a letter of credit from where you came from, and there is no deposit.
Well, I know, but I mean, some people don't have that. Some people
Yeah.
strictly.
Well, probably the reason they don't have it
Because
is they're probably on this list right here,
that's probably.
that bottom line.
Well, it is, that's exactly right.
So I
But
don't
if
see a
they
problem
want-
with it.
If they wanna move here,
Get a letter of credit. If you live somewhere else, Jim, you paid your bills, you're
I
gonna get a
know
letter of credit.
that,
Or
I know.
pay the deposit. So,
But if they wanna file a suit and say we're not following the state statute, we're not, so.
We're not.
So then we're guilty and.
are you saying our ordinance could say like a minimum deposit of
Well, I-
$200, or if the
You know, I think
average
if you
is
had
lower-
if you could establish what the minimal household would be, at least have some minimum, I think, you know, to sit there and figure a 3-month average on, I mean, it's gonna be so arbitrary. I mean, I think it goes the other way. I mean, it becomes so arbitrary that, I mean, you could sit there and say, well, this house used to be this way, so this is what it's gonna be, that, you know, take it or leave it. I mean, that doesn't seem fair either, so.
No.
And you can't base it on somebody moving from a tiny 1-bedroom apartment to somebody moving in a 3-bedroom house. I mean,
No.
they're not gonna be the same.
Right. Well,
Yeah, but it
that's-
really doesn't make any difference whether they move from a 1-bedroom to a 3-bedroom if they get a letter of credit.
That's right.
That's
Well,
true, Bobby. That's true.
Make any difference where you move. As long as you know, if you, and anybody will give you a letter of credit if your bill's outstanding. Now, if you don't pay your bill, you're probably not gonna get one. Or somebody guarantee your 3-month bill or something, which, that's in there too, if somebody signs for you.
Mm-hmm.
So are we in a position where we can't charge anything until we have a thing that meets the state?
Well, I can bring this up next week and we'll look at it. I mean, I don't know what I'll bring you, but we'll figure out something.
Okay.
2 weeks.
Well, I mean, I think Jonna could give you an average, one thing. She could
I
look
mean,
at
if we
that.
could find an average for one of the smaller homes in St. John, that's big, that has one light on and somebody's living there, you know, and,
Okay.
that might be helpful. We use that as a minimum. I think then no one can really argue with you at that point. Well, they argue with it. Anyway.
But they'd have to suggest some better way to do it. Which,
And we can write it in there or, and say, I guess I don't wanna write or. I mean, anyway.
Well, I guess come up with a couple different ways, Don.
Okay, all right.
We'll go from there. Did you have anything else, Don?
I'll wait till we have full council.
Okay.
Oh, the only other thing is, Greg is coming, I think sometime in the next 2 weeks. We've got to start make decisions. I don't know if you noticed, I call it, Greg is supposed to look into it for us. 3 of the cities, Sterling, Ellenwood, and Larned, have all joined in the KCC rate application for the transmission grid. They objected, or they entered there as an intervener. Stafford and St. John, we didn't do anything. I couldn't get a hold of Greg, he was on vacation, but they did that the last week of December. And I don't know if we want to take a position on being involved in that rate study, or being an intervener in that rate transmission discussion. Because we were all under a bundled rate, if you know. And now they're unbundling all of those rates, and so all the transmissions are gonna be part of one of the stick coming out of that bundle. So they're gonna determine that separate from the cost of energy component. So, Westar is going through theirs, and so Midwest Energy is going through theirs now too. I don't wanna be involved in that litigation. I have no idea what it would cost, anytime to get involved in those things. Kansas Power Pool did it on behalf of Larned, Ellenwood, and Stafford, or Sterling, because they're all members. Stafford is a member of the Kansas Power Pool, but we aren't, so we really would be riding on it. I mean, we'd have to probably do something on our own. I don't know if it's worth the expense to join in that venture or not. But Greg will be out here, I think. Has he talked to you, Mel?
No, not in regard to that.
He was gonna come out here and meet with Stafford and St. John and start looking at the power supply for at least Stafford for next year. But we're gonna have to be looking at whether we join the power pool or not, or whether we go through Midwest or look for sources through Midwest, or whether we wanna go out on our own. Probably won't go out on our own, but we gotta figure out which way we're going, so.
Is there any questions for Dawn this evening? Is there any new business?
All right, on that report that we've got there on delinquency, is the A, do you know,
Agreement?
is that mean they have an agreement?
The
I-
A?
That's what I took it.
Yeah, that's what, yeah. I would say that too. That's something we need to discuss next meeting.
Well, that's kind of what I was
Yeah,
talking about, how,
full council,
okay.
I agree. Is there any old business?
You know, I got one deal
Yes.
for new business, I forgot. On behalf of the St. John Fire Department, I would like to thank Bobby Steinmates for giving us an air compressor for the fire truck.
Okay, what time?
We just got it tonight,
Okay,
so we'll have it rigged up tomorrow, hopefully.
okay. Great. Is there any old business?
Make a motion to adjourn.
All those in
Aye.
favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, say no.